before y'all smash that dislike button, hear me out, hear me out. This video is gonna be all over the place because I'm not reading a script, I'm not reading any bullet points. All these thoughts are gonna be coming to me out of nowhere, alright? So bear with me. When I say Infinity War is better than Endgame, that is not me saying I did not like Endgame. I loved it. I loved Endgame. I loved it. Before any of you guys say, oh, you're just someone that prefers action over story, yes or no. No, that's not it at all. In my opinion, Endgame's story wasn't good enough to be purely story driven with a little bit of action. The story wasn't that, it was interesting, but it wasn't the greatest. Bro, it was okay. It was a good story. Being carried by the fact that this is the end, this is the conclusion of everything, everything's wrapping up. Let's pretend this wasn't the end, right? And the story was still the same. Let's say they were still making an Avengers movie after this one. Y'all wouldn't be saying this movie is as great as y'all saying. Y'all wouldn't be. Be honest. You wouldn't be. Y'all are letting hype and recency bias cloud your judgment. And I understand, because look, when I listen to whenever my favorite rappers drop new albums, new songs, I like the first week I'm listening to it, I be thinking, yo, this is the best thing they ever dropped. Holy shit, oh my god, I'm nutting, oh my god. But then after a few weeks go by, I'm like, I was tripping. It's really not that good. I was bugging. It's okay. It was alright. And look, my hype for this movie, dog, I guarantee almost nobody watching this video was more hyped for Endgame than me. Guaranteed. And that was because of Infinity War. Infinity War set the bar so high. Yes, the pacing of Infinity War was pretty shit, but the pacing in Endgame was even worse. It was worse. But we're not talking about that right now. But look, the main reason, I think the main reason why Endgame didn't live up to my expectations is because of y'all. The fact that y'all, okay, let me tell you. First of all, I was already hyped wanting to watch the movie alone off trailer, just off the strength that it's the last Avengers movie, just off the fact that Infinity War was so great. I was already hyped to see the movie, right? And then when the reviews dropped, holy shit. People out here saying they cried 4 times. This is the best movie ever, the best superhero movie ever. Oh my god. You know that Magnus React dude? He literally made it like he literally cried 4 or 5 times or something. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna hit me. So y'all set my expectations so damn so high that it was like almost impossible to reach them expectations. I don't know what y'all talk. I don't know if y'all just wasn't as hyped to see the movie as I was, but my expectations were so high. I was thinking about it every single day, thinking about theories in my head every single damn day. And another thing that ruined it for me, that I could say was probably the biggest factor. It could be the biggest factor, I don't know. Even if this didn't happen, I still think I'd probably feel kind of the same. But y'all spoiled the fucking movie. What is wrong with you dudes? Why do y'all spoil movies? This is what I got spoiled on. I knew Iron Man was going to die. I knew Hulk was gonna be Professor Hulk. Even though I knew that. I didn't even have to get spoiled on that. But somebody spoiled it and confirmed it to me. Right? It was like I was scrolling down YouTube one day, and it was just in my recommended, and it's like a picture of Professor Hulk, and on your homepage on YouTube, it shows like the images move. So I knew it was somebody recording in the theater, so I knew it was real. So I saw Professor Hulk in my damn YouTube homepage. Right? Someone spoke to me that Tony Stark was gonna make a gauntlet and Hulk was gonna wield it. He was gonna have it. So I knew that was gonna happen. I knew Captain America was gonna stay in the past. Somebody spoiled that. Someone spoke to me that Thanos dies within the first 15 minutes of the movie. You know, when they came in and cut that man's head off. Yeah, that got spoiled for me. I didn't even really like that scene. Like I mean, it was cool. Even if I didn't get spoiled with that, it was surprising, but it's like it didn't do nothing for me. The man accomplished what he needed to accomplish. He was weak as hell. He used the stones to destroy him. He was weak as hell. Thor cutting his head off did nothing for me. Like I was like, bro, it did nothing for me. The only thing that I did not get spoiled on was Black Widow's death. I was not expecting Black Widow's death. I was not expecting that. And that whole Hawkeye and Black Widow scene before Black Widow jumped off the cliff and shit before she let go. Like, my homies next to me literally tapped me on the shoulder and told me they're fighting over who's more useless. Like, I don't agree with that. Black Widow's pretty badass, and Hawkeye was damn for sure badass in this movie. But it made me chuckle. I just couldn't take it seriously. I did not think Black Widow was gonna die, but when she did, I was shocked as hell. I sunk in my seat. Ask any of my friends around me. I was like, what? But like, it didn't do nothing for me. It didn't hit me. I didn't cry. Was I supposed to cry in that scene? Was that one of the scenes everybody was crying at? Because I didn't shed a tear. I wasn't sad. I was like, damn. But I didn't cry. Like, they didn't make it sad. You feel me? But, Marvel, Russo brothers, what the hell did y'all do to? What is y'all beef with Hulk? Can y'all break it down? What is y'all beef with Hulk? Why are y'all doing Hulk so dirty? He doesn't get his own movies. Can y'all at least highlight? Can y'all at least make up for it for making him lit in the Avengers movies? At least? What the hell has Hulk been in these last 2 Avengers movies? What did y'all do to him? He is the strongest character in the MCU along with Thor. And y'all made these 2 dudes complete jokes in this movie. Just straight comedic relief in this movie. What the fuck? Like, at the end of Infinity War, I was thinking, yo, how in God's name can they make up for Hulk? They're probably gonna do Professor Hulk, but they like breaking barriers and stuff, so they might somehow tie in World Breaker. I don't know, they might do something. They have to make up for Hulk. So first of all, not only did they not show how he became Professor Hulk, they just walked in the cafe and Hulk was there. He was Professor Hulk. He was a substitute teacher already. I thought they were gonna give a flashback or something, but they didn't. I don't really know what time they would have to fit that in there, but I don't know what they would need to take out, but figure it out. Holy shit, why y'all doing Hulk so dirty? And then you already know Thor went from a complete overpowered badass in Infinity War to some fat alcoholic slob. Straight comedic relief. And I ain't gonna lie, the funny scenes in the movie were funny as hell. They were funny. I did actually laugh at the funny parts. Like, I laughed, but like, sometimes it's just too, it's like, come on now, like, what are we doing here? Is this supposed to be the event? Like, what are we doing here? Ha ha, he, it was funny. Now let's get serious. You feel me? But yeah, Hulk was a complete, utterly fucking joke in this movie. And why wasn't he, you know when Hulk used the Infinity Gauntlet, the Banner's Gauntlet, why wasn't his arm regenerating whatsoever? Hulk could literally lose a limb and it will slowly regenerate. Bro, after the funeral and everything, this man's arm still didn't regenerate. Like the shit was just broken. Y'all underpowered Hulks. Is his regeneration process just trash now because he's Professor Hulk? I don't know. Probably, that's probably why, I guess. Because if that happened to normal Hulk, that shit regenerated. There was so many times where I thought Hulk was gonna come out and like, I don't know, just get mad and become World Breaker. I don't know. They could have done anything besides leave him how he was. Just trash. I thought, like, you know, when Black Widow died, they had the perfect opportunity to do something with Hulk. They folded. I seen when Black Widow died and Banner found out, he was like one of the people next to Hawkeye that was most hurt. I was like, all right, they could do something. This is a spark. They could do something. You know what they did, chat? You know what they did? You know what the fuck they did? The nigga threw a bench. He got angry and threw a bench in the lake. That's what he did. Really? He threw a bench? One of the few relationships he's had with any character in the MCU. He just throws a bench when he gets mad. It's the Hulk. I know what Professor Hulk is. He has a thing inside of him that makes him, that stops him from getting angry, but they didn't explain that shit. I'm pretty sure he didn't even have that in that movie. It was just a mental balance. Okay, I don't even want to talk about Hulk right now. I'm just gonna get upset. They dropped the ball with Hulk. Completely dropped the ball with Hulk. Thor was cool. He still had all his power and stuff, but he was getting rocked by Thanos. They did do this well in Endgame though, because in Infinity War they made it seem like Stormbreaker, like Thor could just solo Thanos and just kill him. No, that is not the case. Stormbreaker is not stronger than the Gauntlet with all the gems, with all the stones. They made it seem like that at the end of Infinity War, because when he threw the hammer down and went through all the power, no, it caught him off guard. That's not. I did not like that in Infinity War at all. So when they showed Thanos with 0 stones whooping the entire Avengers squad, even with Captain America's upgrade, I like that. I like that. The final fight was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. The final fight in Endgame was one of the best fights I've seen in any movie. In any movie. But it's not all about the fight. It's not all about the fight scene and the actions. Even though it was 10 out of 10, it was perfect. I don't have any issue. I really don't have any issue with the final fight. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, the SJW shit." I mean, I get they needed to throw the females in there. You know what I'm saying? They needed to do that girl power, that little girl power. You know, you seen that little girl power scene that they did? Yeah, that was cute and all, but like, come on now, we all know what it is. They needed to cater to the, you feel me? But that didn't faze me. I didn't think nothing of it, nothing bad of it. But yeah, the final fight was better than any fight scene in Infinity War. But the fight scenes aren't everything. The story just was not that good. The whole time travel shit seemed so rushed and not thought. Yo, I'm out here watching anime like Steins Gate that have to do with time traveling and shit. You think after watching a show like Steins Gate and then I go here watching Avengers and this bullshit time travel, which has nothing to do with the time stone, by the way. They just perfected time travel just like that without a time stone. You think like, bro, it was bullshit time. Like, that shit was so, oh my, that shit was, I know they couldn't go deep into it. They had, the movie could only be so long, but I don't know, bro. They could have, bro. The movie just did it. I'm not seeing what y'all seeing, bro. I'm really not seeing what y'all seeing. I'm telling y'all think I'm probably just hating it, bro. I've never been so hyped for any movie, show, get anything in my entire life. I bought the tickets the hour they announced them, like a month ago or whenever it was. The hour they released the tickets, within that same hour I bought the tickets and half my theater was already sold out. I sent the link in my group chat. I made sure all my homies bought their seats right next to me. Bro, I was more hyped than anybody. I wanted this movie to be better than Infinity War, but it just wasn't. And I really think that a lot of y'all are letting this recency bias and you're letting hype just get to you, bro. Like, really look at the movie for what it was. It was not better than Infinity War, bro. It wasn't. It wasn't. And again, it's not because of the action or nothing. It's really not. I love story-driven movies, games, shows, anything. Ask any of my subscribers. If the story is not good, I'm not fucking with it. Whether it's a game, especially anime. I can't just watch like One Punch Man. The story is shit. What is the story in one, like, the story is not that good for me to care about One Punch Man. Anime like One Punch Man. I'll watch it, but like, it's cool, like, it's cool to watch, but it's not near my favorite. Dragon Ball Z story is horrible. I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna front like that shit is like not one of my favorite anime purely off nostalgia. The story is horrible. Trust me, I love me a good story more than anybody, but the story in Endgame just wasn't up to par, bro. It just wasn't. Just because a movie is nice and slow and a lot of talking and a lot of quote-unquote storytelling doesn't mean the story was good. The story wasn't good. Like, watching the movie, I was like, yo, all these reviews, they were saying it's the best movie ever. Like, watching the movie, even during the slow parts, I wasn't bored or nothing because I knew, I'm like, yo, this shit's about to get super interesting. It never got super interesting. I'm just waiting. I'm like, yo, it's about to get super interesting. Never got super interesting. I was waiting for one of my homies to tap me on the shoulder and be like, this shit kind of boring. I was ready to tell him, yo, just wait, just chill out. It's about to get interesting. Never got interesting. It just never got interesting. This is when it got real interesting. It got interesting when Nebula got caught. That's when it got interesting. That's when I'm like, okay, I like this. And you sent the fake Nebula out there. That's a good. That's when it started getting lit. And again, that's close to the action scene, but it's not even because of the action. I promise you. It really is not. I like when they were going back in the past to get the stones. That was pretty interesting too. I like that. I fucked with that. And when Tony went back, he seen his pops and stuff. That was cool. That was cute. That was cute. But yeah, it was just a really good movie. Not the best, and not better than Infinity War. And again, for you people that's thinking it's because of because Thanos was out here going crazy in Infinity War, bro. I literally just had an argument on Twitter that Thanos was the same, if not better, in Endgame than he was in Infinity War. Obviously, in Infinity War, you learn more about Thanos. Infinity War is more of Thanos movie, so you learn more. But they're like, people were telling me they like Thanos better in Infinity War than they did in Endgame. Why? He was badass in Endgame, bro. He was lit as hell. He finds out that his lifelong destiny gets fulfilled. Superheroes ruined it and are trying to reverse it, and he literally time travels to stop them, whoops all they asses with no stones, but ends up losing because Tony Stark in his glove. Yeah, you know, y'all saw the movie. He was just as good as Infinity War, and then he was in Endgame to me. I liked him in Endgame. I really did. Obviously, they dive deeper into his story in Infinity War because it's more of his movie than in Endgame. But he is the same savage. He's the same dude. He's more of a warrior in this movie than he is in Infinity War. But people are out here saying Thanos is so garbage in Endgame. Oh my, no, he wasn't. How was he garbage? The movie just wasn't about it. Why would they need to explain Thanos? Do you need another explanation of Thanos and what he's about? Do you need that again? We just seen it a year ago. We don't need that. We don't need another Thanos movie. We get it. Thanos is a god. He's lit. We don't. I was satisfied with Thanos in the movie. The movie itself just didn't satisfy me. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. And I feel like in a month or so, y'all will realize it. Y'all will come to y'all senses. Y'all be like, damn, this man rage speaking facts right now. Oh yeah. And the Captain America scene when he was able to wield Thor's hammer and shit, that ain't doing nothing. That got spoiled for me too. Even if it didn't get spoiled for me and I watched that in the movie, I would be like, they really did that shit? I was not, like, I did not care. It was cool what he was doing. He bouncing it off Thanos' head using his shield as a frisbee. That was lit. That was a lit fight sequence. But I was like, really? Y'all, like, really? I know it happened once in the comics. Like, I forgot which comic it was. I didn't even like that back then. That Captain America was worthy to wield it. Like, bruh, like, I never liked that. I don't know. I like it when only Thor is able to lift it. I was cool with Vision being able to lift it because he was only worthy because he had an Infinity Stone. Hulk lifted it a few times, but that was like he was breaking barriers with his strength. It was just, bro, just Captain America just being worthy to wield his hammer. I didn't give up, bro. First time using it, he already knows how to use the thunder powers. He's using it like he's using the hammer better than Thor ever did, and it's his first time touching it, first time fighting with it. I was like, all right, that's cool. It looks cool, but it's not doing nothing for me. It's not. I just couldn't get down with it. Maybe it's because a lot of the movie got spoiled, but I was more sad at the end of Infinity War than I was Endgame. But by the time I was done watching Endgame, I was like, what were the... You cried about what? Even if I didn't get spoiled of Tony Stark dying, who didn't know that either Tony Stark or Captain America was gonna die? Who didn't know that? You didn't know that? Are you stupid? You didn't know that? Especially with the whole Doctor Strange thing, Tony Stark had to be alive for all, like, bro, I seen it coming. Even if I didn't get spoiled. Nobody in my theater was shook when Iron Man died or Black Widow died. Nobody was shook. At the end of Infinity War, everybody's like, what? I seen people sniffling. I heard people sniffling. I see people walking out the theater looking depressed. At the end of this movie, everybody just looked normal. There was conversation, like, and I go to one of those theaters as soon as anything happens. Yay! Ha ha ha! Oh, yes! True. Everybody cheered when everybody came back to life and shit, but who didn't know everybody was coming back to life? That didn't shock me. But they did it nicely though. They perfectly timed that. It was when it looked like Thanos like won again. Thanos beat down Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. I was like, yeah, these dudes is done. Damn. He got his army here too, and then they all just came back. I like the way they did that. I completely forgot about them. And when they came, I got hyped. I ain't gonna lie. I knew it was gonna happen throughout the movie, but at that moment, I forgot all about them. And they just came at the perfect time. I was like, yes. I was in my seat. I was like, yes, bro. This is lit. But like, who didn't know they were gonna come back? You didn't know Spider-Man, all them dudes, everybody was gonna come back? Like, come on now. I like the way they came back in the movie. It was dope. But, yeah. Am I missing anything? Spoilers are obviously gonna ruin the movie for you. If you don't like spoilers, that it ruined the movie. But if a movie is good enough or a show is good enough, spoilers can only affect you up to a certain point. Cause like I've been spoiled in a lot of anime. A lot of anime that I've watched, I've been spoiled. But like still watching all of it happen, you're still like in shock, you're still amazed, you're like, wow, I didn't get that with this movie. I was like, oh, yeah, oh, that's tough. You feel me? And I really think it's because this is the conclusion of everything. This is it. This is the end game. This is what we've all been waiting for. And I feel like that's carrying y'all opinions. Like I really don't think deep down, when all this wears off, when all this recency bias bull wears off, y'all gonna feel the same. I really don't think so. You're not gonna feel the same. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yo, drop a like if you enjoyed the video. You feel me? Tell me if I should do more videos, change my mind videos like this. Shout out to Crowder. What's that man name? Crowder that started that series. He goes to college campuses. He's like, change my mind, yada yada yada. He's cool. I like that man videos. But yeah, I could do this with anything. I could do this with anime. I could do this with rappers. I could do this live if you want. Come and debate me. Any show, Game of Thrones, anything. I hope Game of Thrones doesn't let me down. Can't wait to watch that. A lot of things let me down this week. Endgame let me down. Days Gone, holy. Days Gone let me down. Mortal Kombat didn't let me down. But when I got it, I realized Mortal Kombat, at the end of the day, is Mortal Kombat. There's only so much I could play of Mortal Kombat after a while till I just get alright. You feel me? Mortal Kombat is great, but I can only play it for so long. And let's hope Game of Thrones doesn't let me down. Oh, my finals let me. I failed my final. Oh, today's just been a down week. This all counts as the same week. I know the new week starts on Sunday, but in my brain it starts on Monday. Alright, this is still the same week. So yeah. Let me know what other topics I should talk about if I ever do this. I could talk about it. I have many